Hey guys, back here. Sorry about that. The power flickered for a moment and reset my internet connection. So back at the beginning here, working our way back to where we were. Hopefully the power won't flicker anymore. If it does flicker again, I'll probably just go ahead and end the stream and resume tomorrow when the weather's not fighting against me. But see how it goes. Yeah, it's a lot of lightning out there right now, so get near those lines, it'll be an issue. All right, back to where we were. Get some lines back in the water here. Spot right here. There we go. Okay. Sounds like the thunder's further away, so hopefully that means worst of the storm is past now. Go. Throw some fresh ground bait out. Yeah. All right. Go ahead and let everybody in the in-game chat know. The stream's back up. Fight coming in here. All right, we've got like another little grass carp. Yeah, or like a boat fishing game, over 4 kilo. Go. All right, so back to where I was looking at, we got a body water record apparently for Eastern Bream. Where are we at? Eastern Bream. There we go. 4th place, not too shabby. Geez, the top one is massive compared to the rest of them. The Ladoga Lake spot must still be pretty active. I'm seeing a lot of tele records for those fish species pop up on the weeklies. Yep, it was flashed for like a half a second, but that was just enough to reset my router apparently. So I had to wait for that to restart to get the stream back up and running. But it sounds like the storm has passed, so hopefully we should be good for the rest of the night here. Now we just need these buffalo to wake up. Only caught the one so far. What it really needs the black buffalo, since from my understanding, they give an insane amount of silver and XP. You catch a nice juicy one of those during happy hour, knock you right into level 29. That being said, since it is a little bit slow on the bite rate, let's go ahead and scoop some bait. No algae. It's all right. Here we go. Something going through this, probably a grass carp again, based on the way it's biting. Nice, Cappy, you're just about there to 29 with me. All your black buffalo came from caramel and cream. Bunch of sweet tooth fish, it sounds like. A gibble carp there. I know Awesome Sauce has already hit level 30 earlier today. He's been charging through the levels. Which, that one's going to be a fun one. Tunguska, it's Really good for float tackle, so it should be a really fun one for us to do on stream. And then Yama, I'm going to have some fun with, but the biggest thing there is going to be getting mauled by the bear. It is a 100% necessary goal. Boy, I hear some rain again. Hopefully, I don't see any lightning outside, though, so hopefully we shouldn't have another power flicker. I'm going to recast this line because that's hard to see it with that flower where it's at. I feel like the bait I've got for these buffalo is not working out too well at this spot. Not one, but doesn't seem to be doing a whole lot otherwise. Let's see, what else can we catch? Oh, a little bit of fish action here. I wonder what else we can catch in this pond. I wonder if there's any like barbel or sterlet out in it or something like that. We got, looks like another grass carp. Yeah. A lot of grass carp here. I may actually, let's see. Well, not bad, almost 6 kilos. I'm not wasting all these night crawlers. Let me just throw another algae on, just double down on the grass carp. Bad cast there. Go. I mean, I don't have a whole lot of night crawlers left. Might as well preserve them a bit. There's definitely pros and cons to the whole sandwich bait system for telescopic. The pro is that you can double up on a bait to have a higher bite rate to go after targeted species, or you can have 2 different baits to target if you have an area where multiple species are at. You can target 2 at one time. The downside is that if you're using expensive baits, like in Doga Lake, where I was trying mayfly larva and stonefly larva, basically it's 2 silver per fish. So any fish that you get that's not a marker is basically like a lot of silver loss. It's a con of it. Yep, been getting some pretty decent XP. Got my float fishing almost to 85 here. Bottom's slowly, like at this point, all I really care about at bottom is eventually unlocking spod, but I'm hoping that the Cobra will kind of be a good enough substitute for the spod to not have to do that grind. Skill point wise, my current plan is basically level 29 and 30 are going to be used to max out carp hair and pop-up rig here for float fishing, and then 31 will probably be all towards the slider rig for float fishing. I just want to go all in on float. I think I saw a little bit of bobbing for a second there. Something finally biting line too? Maybe not. See what we got on the bottom line. We got, hey, another eastern bream over a kilo, and another bottom fishing game. Always happy to see that. Yeah, while you were gone, Ken, I did a little bit of carp fishing. Most of it was spent at Ladoga Lake because that catch rate's been just so crazy, but all of my effort was going towards getting as much silver as I could to finally get this second telly rod. Now I think my next purchases are probably going to be the multi-tool and a Cobra. A tiny gibble carp. I'm starting to wonder if the grass carp for some reason going after the night crawler and not the algae. what that light is over there. Is that the, oh, I guess that's the campsite that I'm seeing over there across the way. Like we've got another bream or gibble. Gibble probably. Yeah. I need to get a trophy, either a trophy gibble or trophy crucian on my telescopic so I can finally fill out the challenge for it. Got a bunch of these other random challenges down here, but I still don't have this one filled out. This one's going to be the most obnoxious one, having to catch a trophy fish weighing at least 500 grams using an ultralight telescopic rod on the fluorocarbon line, no more than 1.5 kilo test, because they just had to put the most specific challenge on telescopic. It's gonna be a pain. If it was just catch a fish larger than 500 gram on that size test line, that'd be fine. But the fact that has to be a trophy is going to make that a real pain in the butt. Hydrate time. Alrighty. Hydrated. Oh. All right, let's see. So yeah, I wonder what else we can get at this pond here. I know this area up here, I think I had marked for carp and shamaya. And this little spot here I had marked for a few species as well. We might try those if we don't start getting the buffalo to hit here. At least we're getting a decent number of grass carp, which is not bad. It means we have a chance of getting some black carp. What is this? This is a little tiny grass carp there, but I'll take that float fishing game. All right, this thing's not getting any action, so let's try switching it back to a sandwich bait option here, and let's throw. I'm guessing there's no silver carp here in the pond. They want more of a fast-moving current. Let's try some potatoes and algae. See if we can get some more grass carp on it. Change the float depth to 1.1. I think it was shorter than that. I think it was actually like 0.85. We'll go ahead and leave the stuff we've got on the bottom rod there, see if it doesn't a another buffalo at some point. Let's see, so this may be too heavy for this float. Let's see, I can go ahead and change that out to another heavy duty float. That should fix the issue. One thing I will say is that they could definitely use some more visible floats. They are not great in that department. All right, now we wait. Got some more nibbles on line one. Oh, come on, come on. Going to be another small grass carp by the looks of it. Still thinking about it. Come on. Believe in you, fish. You can do it. wonder if the hook size is just too big for this spot or something. It is a size 1 hook. There we go. Finally on there. See, Cappy's got a nice 3.4 kilo buffalo pulled in. Another little grass carp there. Yeah, I'm hoping if I get one of those big 11 kilos, that'd be great. What we got here looks like a gibble carp. Yep. Not a trophy though. Well, 4 buffaloes more than the one I've got. It's not too bad. I'm thinking about once I eventually go for the highest tier telescopic rod, the one that's a 25 kilo capacity, I think I'm going to go with the shorter rod for that one so I can go out on a boat with like a slider rig so I can go after deeper living fish. Definitely can. Like, I tried one time to use one of these 8-meter rods on a boat and you basically can't get the fish in with that. Let's see, while we're waiting on these fish to catch, I'm going to look over at my stuff here. We've got other spots. This spot is 126, 133. I don't have any other spots noted here on my reference as far as stuff that can be reached with a telescopic. This is probably about the best I can do here with as far as the pond goes. But I might try, if we don't get something picked up, I might go over here and see if I can get some silver carp or something. We'll give it till 9 o'clock in game. If we don't get another bite here, we'll go try the current and see if we can grab some stuff there. So far, I don't think we definitely haven't made enough for the trip plus the map yet. We're in the negative still. That's all right. Yeah, that seems to be the case with. I find that with a lot of the larger species, carp the same way. Like it's some days they're crazy active, other days they're just ignoring you completely. Not much in between. But I believe over here there's also Shamai and stuff, so I might be able to throw my ultralight out there, try to get some of those smaller fish as well, which let's go ahead and take a look and see what they are biting on. My I think we looked earlier, it was the mayfly and worm combo, right? The bark worm. Alright, Shemaya, where you at? Go. Yeah, mayfly and stonefly larva actually on that one. So mayfly primary, and then we can try some sort of bark beetle or stonefly with it. right, let's go ahead and start reeling things in and relocate drive or some harp and shamai. I guess first I'll check, since we're closer, let's go ahead and check this spot here first and see if it's active. Right over the hill here. This way. Hey SDO, how's it going? Hope your week's off to a good start. Out here trying Akhtuba for the first time, checking out some various spots where I can reach the active areas with telescopic. Almost there. Interesting scenery here. Much different foliage than I'm used to seeing on most of the other maps. Okay, so I'm guessing it's past all this algae here. Uh-oh. Go down the hill. Can I even get back up? No, I haven't made a Discord yet, but I do use MDog's Discord. I will post a link to that in a moment. I'm trying to wait till I've got enough users to make building a full out. Because when I do build a Discord, I want to have various bots and everything to make it nice and useful. So I want to make sure that we've got enough users to put in the effort for it. Let's see. So I'll try, this is awkward because of this hill, but let's try throwing some wheat seeds plus algae on here. I'll get my lines in the water and I will paste in the Discord for that I've been using to talk to people. Oh, you're an MDogs? Okay, yeah. So I generally use that if I'm posting some updates and stuff like that. There's my Twitter and YouTube, but definitely will have a Discord as our community continues to grow. All right, so there's a good bit of current here, so let me see if I can find a more level spot. Like right here. See what we can get. Can't install a pod here. There's gotta go a little bit further up the hill. We'll put the same bait on this one. Wheat seed plus algae. See if we can't get some silver carp. And let's throw our ultralight out there. We'll put the size hook I have on 10. Let's downsize that a little bit. I don't want to get too risky yet. Throw some mayfly plus. I thought I had some bark beetle larvae. I guess I do not. So try some caddisfly larvae. What do I have this set at actually? 1 meter? That should be fine. I don't think it's super deep. All right. Let's see what sort of action we get here. Where are you fishing today, Bethany? A little bit of nibble on line 2 so far. Just to spice things up, let's throw some carp ground bait out there. Go. All right, first fish at this spot is, I don't know what that is. Oh, well, we found some buffalo. All that searching for the buffalo up there, is they're hanging out over here today. Now for me to get some large ones, we'll be set. Saving up for that Taiga Canadian. Reels, who needs them? There we go. Now we've got a Buffalo telescopic weekly on the board. We're the only one. Whoa. That must have been a US region weekly. Yep, just me. Very nice. Be a good feeling. You'll be able to go after some of those big old swordfish and sharks that I assume. I missed a small buffalo. That's it, really. Getting a nibble now on line 3. Yep. Looks like we've got. It's not a Shemaya. Looks like a roach. Gibble carp. Okay. That works too, I suppose. And this is bothering me, so I'm going to recast it a little bit so it's straight out. Might be a nibble down there on that one. Possibly. Between the current and the wind, it's hard to tell. And Bethany, as far as some telescopic tips go, tomorrow the first of my Ladoga Lake series is going up on YouTube. Each day this week's another video of that, so you'll see the crazy active spot that I've been at there, which is still super active. Definitely the best place to build your float skill right now because it is just an absolutely insane bite rate. You're out there at happy hour, you can easily pull in skill after skill gain. Well, yeah, eventually I'm going to try to do some like curated content for it. Right now it's basically just a VOD backup for my streams and highlights, but one day I do plan on doing some special series on there. Take it. Yeah, give me a nice Shemaya on that line. Alright. Like a rudd or something? Yeah, it is a rudd. Didn't know there were a rudd at this water. Alright. I'll take it. Yeah, see, and the problem is you'll get skill gains, but the when it comes to skill gains, absolutely the most important factor is bite rate over everything else. Like, as far as I can tell, you do get a higher chance to get a skill gain if you're going after bigger fish and whatnot. But when you find a place like Ladoga where you're catching sometimes 3 or 4 fish in a minute, you just the odds are much more in the favor of just getting crazy high bite rate to get those skill gains. It's like Warhammer 40k players. It's like orc rules. Sure, you may only hit on a roll of 6, but if your attack is 160 dice, you're going to get some 6s. I'm going to recast line 1. That one still hasn't gotten any hits. I'm still kind of curious. I wish the marker rod was a universal tool, and like both marker and spot. Like spot, I'm a little more forgiving of for being locked behind a skill percentage, but I really feel like marker rod, because it's the only in-game way to determine an area's depth, should just be a universal tool that anybody can use. Oh yeah, that's a I mean, bears, that's probably okay. There, you don't tend to get especially large carpet bear. I definitely wouldn't risk that match rod at amber though. Another gibble carp. Yep. There we go. Now we're getting something on that line. So I just need to set it a little bit deeper, it looked like. Yeah, I've got the, I have the 5 meter net. Usually I find it easier to just hop down and grab the fish. With telescopic, it gets a little awkward trying to get something in the net. Okay, we got something a little bit of heft to it here. Like another grass carp. Boy, we can't get away from the grass carp, can we? 3 kilo. Yeah, with the problem is trying to land something in the net with the telescope. You kind of have to like look straight up for your for them to get close enough. And then you can't tell if they hop back in the water and start trying to swim away or anything like that. So if I can just pull them up on the shore, I'll do that. There are some places like the docks at Seversky. It's difficult to get them up there if you have a longer rod. So there I'll use the landing net most of the time. Some nibbles on 1 and 3 here. I have to adjust the depth on 2 or pull these in. Okay. This one in. Got, looks like another little gibble carp probably. Yep. All right, let me adjust the depth on this, bring it up to, let's try 105, this one. You got something going after line 1 here. That's one thing you gotta be careful of too, is if the line is tight, which when there's a current pulling, it's pretty much always going to be. You usually want to wait until it's ready to set the hook to pick it up off of the rod holder, because otherwise you end up doing like I just did there, and it kind of falsely tries to set the hook when you pick it up. You'll lose the fish usually. Got a nibble on 3 there. Looks like that's one that has to go down twice before it actually is able to set. So far, we've gotten a few decent grass carps, so that should at least pay for the trip. So that'll be good. All right, got a nibble on 2 here. Clear sign that it's ready to set the hook. I'm just bobbing right now. Lots of ducks at this river, apparently. Come on. There we go. All right, what do we got? What do we got? Looks like another grass carp. Less than 2 kilo. Blech. Some thunder rolling in outside again. And pretty close to level 29 here. I think about 150,000 XP away, looks like. Looks like another red here. Still no silver carp, which was what I was hoping to grab here. I might try this section up here, see if it does better. Hey, Just X Matt, welcome to the stream. Tips for level 15. Let's see. So what type of fishing do you primarily like to do? Do you like bottom fishing, spin fishing, trolling, or float? Bottom fishing? Okay, so for level 15, you may not be ready yet for Bear Lake, even though it's unlocked. I would focus on Oldberg for bottom fishing. You can get bream there when there's usually at least one active spot for bream there, which are going to be a really good way for you to gain bottom fishing skill. And you can also go after some of the grass carp and common carp there if you have a pretty decent. Honestly, if you're willing to put the fight and walk around the lake with them, an upgraded Adriatica is strong enough to take on most of the carp you'll get there, the grass carp and black carps there. So those are going to be good high-ticket items, and also fill in the cafe orders is usually pretty easy with bottom rod at Oldberg. So that's what I would recommend: is focus there and work towards getting your first HSV reel if you haven't gotten one, but you can't use those till I think level 18. But once you have an HSV, it's going to last you a long time. And also the rods you can go for. The Fortuna Feeder FD420 will be a very long-lasting one. A budget option is the Palmer FD. It doesn't have as much of a strength as the Fortuna Feeder. These go up to I think 19 kilo, and these are like 15 point something. But you can use an HSV on the Palmer. It's a good bit cheaper. So if you're looking for like an entry rod for your first HSV, it's not a bad option. But Oldberg, I think, is the way to go. Bear Lake, the problem there that I find for bottom rod is that if you don't have PVA or SPOD unlocked, which is like 80% bottom fishing, you just don't get the catch rate to make it worth it. I've definitely been trying, because my bottom fishing is still pretty low, and I'll go with a lot of my viewers will go out there to Bear Lake and Amber Lake with the exact same setup, except they've got SPOD. They'll be catching carp left and right, and I won't catch a single thing. So SPOD and PVA for those two lakes is just absolutely essential. If you want to mix it up, Quarry is generally known for trolling, but if you fish on the island that's out there at nighttime, you can catch a good bit of burbot and sometimes char, which is okay. Yeah, probably. Okay, so spots on Oldberg for bream. Okay, let's see if I can remember. I don't know the coordinates, but I know one of the spots I almost always had luck with for bream out there was, I believe the grid was B5. It's in like the lower left-hand side. Yeah, and Pro Barley is usually a good bait option. But there's like 3 or 4 good bream spots out there. What I would recommend, if you haven't been to the RF4 hotspots website, it's not the actual. It's to me, it's not actually updated enough to use it for the actual active hotspots. But what I'll do is I will write down the coordinates for the fish species I'm after. So in your case, look at the Oldberg bream spots and just write down each of the coordinates on that site and just try each one, see which one is because like I said, at Oldberg, usually at least one of those is going active. So you can kind of just rotate between them, give each one like a full end-game session to a full end-game day to see if it's the active spot. And once you find the active spot, it's usually going to be active for at least a week. So that would be my recommendation for finding that. Or you can ask in-game if you, we've got the in-game channel I'm in, a lot of the viewers here are in, is the Canadian Ways Friends. Welcome to join that. Usually someone has some info on some active spots there as well. I missed that one. But that would be my recommendation, is pretty much stick with Oldberg for a while. Readjust that rod. It's all crooked on me. And let's see, where else with bottom fishing? When you get Seversky unlocked, that's going to have some good bottom fishing for you. Volkov, it's got some interesting spots for bottom fishing, but it's very much a trolling and spinning map. Valaya, I've never had much luck bottom fishing there. Winding and Mosquito are both solid options, but you're just not going to get a lot of silver out of them. Yeah, absolutely, appreciate it. This is my first time out here at Akhtuba River, so kind of just learning some spots. I've converted to try to be basically only telescopic if I can. I find it to be a really fun style when you have 3 telescopic out there. It's a lot of skill involved, really demands your attention, which I like. Ready. All right. I'm going to give this spot a little bit longer, and then I might head up here and try this area to see if there's any silver carp biting up in that spot. But that's my strategy now, is I'll ask viewers and ask in game if they know an active spot I'm on. If not, I'll just reference the hotspots one and just try each spot. Because like I said, it does it'll have notes in that website of this spot is active, but it just doesn't get updated often enough, in my opinion, to be reliable. But at least gives you an idea of which coordinates to try. I can't believe that one was not a hook set. That thing took it completely underwater there. We got a nibble on 2. Nope. Okay, gotta learn the bite patterns of these fish. Let's see. So for Oldberg for bream, I think like probably size 12 or 14. We're going after the carp there. 1 to 4 works. The larger the hook, the lower the bite rate generally. And you do risk running the larger hook. You're also going to weed out some of the smaller fish, so you're going to be fighting much more often on big fish with a large hook. But I would stick to probably 12 or 14 for the bream. What do we have here? Is that a buffalo on my ultralight? Nope, it's a gibble carp. It looks so similar coming up out of the water. I've got some more nibbles on all of them right now here. One's going to go first. You're welcome. Good luck out there. Oh, missed that one. Missed that one. Got a cat climbing up on my lap here. Just using me as a stepping stool to get to the desk, I guess. Appreciate the follow. All right. We stream here usually almost every weeknight, and usually one evening on the weekends. And I've got a backup of old streams on YouTube as well, which you find I've spent a lot of time on Oldberg. You can go back through some of my old videos on there to look at some stuff. No worries. Not everybody's got the, so especially these days, it's tight times for everybody, but definitely appreciate the follow. Every little way to build a community here. The grass carp, get up here. Get up here, grass carp. All right, another float fishing game. Slowly getting closer to that that cobra unlock. Ducks are quacking again. What you got, Bethany? I'll see if I've got an answer for you. Fly buzzing around in here. Got another nibble on that. Oh, that's it's a joke that goes back to old movie Wayne's World. There's a kind of a memed thing with guitar shops where they say no stairway, which means no playing the riff for Led Zeppelin's Stairway to Heaven. And they make a joke about that in Wayne's World where they're in the guitar shop and they have a rule posted, no stairway. So you'll find that in a lot of guitar shops now as well. Good question, though. It's a random one I put in there. Like to keep it otherwise pretty relaxed and chill here. Everybody just here to have a good time, help each other out. All right, so these, everything, man, I've gotten these all crooked. I think I need to recast all these, get them back out towards the middle of the water here. All right. What's going on here? Crooked rods messing me all up. Missed a bite. Just move this over here temporarily. Now, one thing I would really wish they would add to this is, I swear they tease me because they have one sitting in front of the shop in Seversky, is just give us like an actual 3-rod stand where you just put the stand down and you can just stack your rods into it. When you're doing telescopic fishing, having to like get the right spacing between each rod gets a little bit annoying. See M-Dog's out of the sea right now. Gibble carp there. See, so where are we at? We are now a little shy of 132,000 XP from level 29. Yeah. And the other thing for their Just Matt, we've got for participation in the channel, just being logged in to watch the streams, and as you chat, stuff like that, you'll earn some additional points. We've got our channel point system. I call them Fred It's. It'll play on my my username there. Got some various unique rewards. I've got one that Canadian loves to do, is more of a high-end one, is pickles and tea, where I'll go eat some pickles and dip them in some tea live on stream, which is just a reference to my character here sustaining himself on pickles and tea. I got some for movie recommendations, stuff like that. Fun little things of that nature. And because I'm a telescopic fisherman, people like to wait till they see me getting a bite and make me stretch or something as well, so I miss the fish. Dirty. Also planning, probably this weekend, I'll try another telescopic competition. We'll do, instead of winding, maybe we'll do mosquito this time. And just like last time, we'll make it based on the highest number of species caught, because I think that's a great way for people to learn the maps a little bit, learn what kind of baits and what locations to go after. But we'll do, I didn't understand exactly how the competitions worked last time, so now that I've done one and understand what it means, we'll do a 48-hour instead of a 24-hour, because I didn't realize that was in-game time. I thought it was like you kick it off, and for 24 hours, players in the competition can play. That thunder shook my house a bit there. I think that'll be another fun competition to do. Oh, got some action on line one. Not quite enough to set the hook yet. The hook. There we go. Nope, nope, still not yet. There's the other strategy with learning new maps and new species with telescopic is they have different bite patterns, and learning exactly where you need to set the hook is a challenge you don't really experience with float or fin and bottom fishing. Ooh, looks like a big rud. Okay. Go. Yeah, over a kilo. Not bad at all. There's something nibbling there on one. Wonder if this is one of those kind of fish that's they have a really precise timing. Let me try picking this up and do a little. Sometimes you can trick it by just slightly pulling, and that'll set the hook. Or if it doesn't spook the fish. But it looks like that spooked it. Another nibbler on two here. There we go, got that one. Like another grass carp. Yep, a little over 5 kilo. Missed something on line 3. So probably it'll bite again, no doubt. And I'm going to straighten this rod out. Can't be crossing the streams. That rud was a triple weekly. Always fun to see that. The weekly record, weekly ultralight record, and weekly telescopic record. But as I always say on here, ultralight and telescopic on US region is basically cheating for weeklies. Okay, here we go. Something running with line 3. Ah, I missed it. The other thing I like about telescopic is those larger fish, you don't have to worry about spending time fighting them. It takes just no time at all to bring them in. You have even with like a strong reel, like getting a 10 kilo fish on the HSV, it's no struggle to bring them in, but you're usually like 30, 40 meters out. So you're spending that time reeling it in. With telescopic, you just pull it right up. Or in the case of a larger fish, kind of pull it up and walk backwards to drag it onto shore, but not nearly as time consuming for the most part. All right, so since it is nighttime, I'm going to take the opportunity to go ahead and walk over to the other spot, see if the silver carp are active there, because that's sort of what I was hoping to find at this one. So that's going to be this stretch right along here. So it looks like I need to go back around the pond. I feel like you need a jetpack on this map. Now we got owls in addition to ducks. Okay. See, one of the RF4 moderators got a global weekly RUD record. Feel like they're cheating. Which that's one thing I've said this a few times lately. I really wish that the weekly rewards, which if you weren't aware, in the records of ratings, you get these leaders and winners. I'm not even sure what this is based off of, because I guess it's based off of global records plus points. I'm not really sure what determines your placement on winners of the week. But you get these winners of the week, which is based on, also, I'm not entirely sure what, but they have the different species records, and they have it for ultralight and telescopic and all that as well. And you get some coins for it, like 300 silver for getting the record, and then the big winners get like 10,000 silver. I really wish that there was like a lesser record per region as well, because let's be honest with ourselves, I don't know what the difference is, but US region just doesn't get as big a fish as Chinese and Russian region. So it'd be great if we could get like a lesser weekly reward per region, where you stand more of a chance, and it doesn't have to be as big. So instead of like getting 300 silver for the biggest global record, give us like 100 silver for the biggest record per species per region, something like that. I think would be a nice incentive for them. All right, so we're looking for something right along the edge here, and don't know the exact coordinates. I can check my list if I need to. I kind of just look at the shoreline, see if I can guess based on makeup of the shore. Let's see. Go up this way, maybe. I'm gonna guess there was that algae patch back here. And I would assume that the current here goes out that direction. Let's give it a try. Nope, it looks like the current is going that direction. So, okay, that makes sense. We're in the side of the river, so it's going to go from here down that way. Okay, so I guess the general current flow is southeast on this map. I need to bring those a little bit closer to the shore. Let's pull those in some. And I will grab line 1 and put in as well. Go. Let them extend to their max distance, and I'll throw some ground bait wherever they're lined up at. Grab and some regular carp mix, since we are trying to get some silver carp. So I could probably bring these a little bit closer too, so that way I'm not having to shimmy side to side when it's time to set the hook. Go. I'm assuming the silver carp are daytime feeders. Gonna nibble on line 3 or ultralight. This is what I'm trying to get some little whitefish or shamaya with. I hope, at least. We've got a little tiny chub. Ugh. Chub are a bit annoying on ultralight. Yeah, float fishing game though. Just over a % away from unlocking access to Cobra now. Will hopefully help my carp fishing luck out quite a bit. Okay, I've got probably another chub on here based on the way it was running. Yep. Yeah, you can always tell with when chub hit a telescopic, you'll see that float just go running down the water. Hey, 84%. All right, exactly 1% away now. Happy hours ended. If I was really wanting to get the that last 1% quicker, I'd probably spend some happy hours over at Ladoga Lake, but spent the last like week and a half there, so I'll take it at a relaxed pace. Variety being the spice of life and all that. It does seem like this could be a spot for chub if I wanted to go after large chub's variety. Hey, so far we've caught a water body record, regional water body record anyways, on our first trip out here, so I'm happy about that. Might have to try and target Eastern Brim a little bit on one of the streams out there in the pond. I guess I'm assuming these lower areas you have to take a boat to get to, which is unfortunate because those boat prices were a little bit hefty. I'll probably try to stick to the main island for now because this rod set me way back. See, I'm under 200 silver right now. Eventually we'll get out there to those other parts of the waterways. Got ad break coming up in about 20 seconds here just to prevent pre-roll ads. We'll keep on fishing through those. They are the picture-in-picture ads, so if you're watching the Twitch browser, they'll be off to the side. Yeah, almost a sea. You know, I'm looking forward to the sea. What I'm not looking forward to is I don't think I can use telescopic at sea as much as we want to. From what someone was saying is that if your thing isn't specifically flagged as marine, the fish there won't bite. Now we'll try it. I'll give it a shot from the shoreline, see if something will happen. But someone mentioned that they don't think it'll work, which is unfortunate if that's true. Missed whatever that was. This cramped shoreline is not really cramped, but the incline is a little awkward to see where I'm at where I need to stand. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting back out to sea one way or the other. I'm really looking forward to Lower Tunguska and Yama as well. Trying to get some salmon on the telescopic, that'll be fun. Okay, so you have had luck. Okay, so we'll try it for sure. I'll next trip I get out there, I will try doing some telescopic from the shoreline, see if it works. Really light nibbler on line 3 here. I still haven't been to missed it. Haven't been to Sura River yet. And for that matter, I haven't been to the Ladoga Archipelago, which, interestingly, the archipelago says it is 5 or 4-star float tackle. I don't know if that's like fishing from the boat or not, because there's not a lot of land out there. So It'll be interesting to try that one. So I think that and Sword are the only ones I've missed so far. Yeah. But I still need to make some trips out there at some point. Which Sura River, does it offer anything that this river doesn't? I feel like it's mostly the same species. Mostly the same. Maybe it's a better spot for chasing silver and wild carp. I don't know. Definitely going to visit it at one point. Here we go. That. I can't tell what that is actually. Some sort of whitefish. Ah, there we go. First Kessler's herring. All right. Not a marker, but still fun to catch a new species. This guy's Volga, which they don't have here. Okay. Something to chase for sure. It's just, man, these high-end telescopic rods are so expensive, and like it's got a big bite on the ultralight again. Right? The issue, whoa, okay, I gotta be careful here. We've got something big on the line. Ah, they got me. All right, our first hook break of Akhtuba River. All right. I still got some more size 14 hooks. That's fine. Was not expecting that. It seemed like it was fine at first there, and all of a sudden it just took off on me. A little closer again here. There we go. At least it didn't take the float. But yeah, the problem is like, so like these rods are 3,700-ish silver, but they're the 8 meter, so you can cast them from the shoreline and be fine. But if you want to do fishing from a boat, which for some of those deep water species you kind of have to do, you can't use the long version. You have to get one of the short versions. So it's like for two different fishing applications, you need different rods. Now, at least with the boat one, because you can't place these in the rod holders, you only need to get one. But that basically means I need to get like 4 rods of the 4 high duty rods or heavy duty rods, and 4 ultrascopic or ultralight rods, which is very, very pricey. Especially when you get to the very maximum ones, which are like 8,500 silver each. Ugh. Not looking forward to that. Whereas like with marine, for example, you're going after your tiger reel. It's a very expensive purchase, and eventually you'll have to do some repairs on it too. But kind of like you get one, and that's all you need to worry about. Pretty nice. That's a pretty decent sized chub there. What do we got? Ooh, is that a silver carp? Big head carp. There we go. They're not lying. That is an awkward head on that carp. It's like and the eyes sinking down here. Man, that is a derpy looking fish. What this is a travesty of nature we're looking at here. But got our first big head carp, so that's pretty cool. Oh, here's our second one. All right. Now we're getting somewhere. 5 kilo. Excellent. So this spot is where they've been hiding from me at. That was a terrible cast. Hopefully those are worth a decent bit of silver. I don't know how they compare to like a mirror carp or common carp of the same size. Yeah, at the top end for telescopics, there's... Okay, so I got another chub on here probably. Got another heavy fight on our hands here. The walk back and forth strategy. Once you get up to the top of the water, you're good, but that's the tricky part. And I think I'm stuck now. We got it, think we got it. Yeah, there we go. Stupid chubs. These guys on ultralight are just brutal. Yeah, hopefully we can grab some silver carp while we're here. As far as I know, they both generally bite on the same stuff in the same areas. I think it's maybe it's like the grass carp and black carp, where the silver is like a rarer species or something. I don't know. Yeah, at the top end for telescopic, there's the highest ultralight, which is I think 5.6 or 5.8 kilo capacity, which is almost double this one's, which would be nice when I can get a trio of those. But then you have the maximum capacity telescopic, which is 25 kilo. And then if you want to do trophy hunting, there's one that's I think 18 kilo max capacity, but gives like a whole bunch of skill pluses to the rig, so you have a a higher chance of getting the different trophies. But all of those are 8,000 plus silver. Hey, nice trophy there, Cappy. That's a pretty large crucian too, 2.5 kilo. I keep getting all my trophy and gibble carps keep happening on my bottom rods. I just can't get them to bite my my tellies. I just get one to hit. I can finally get stage 2 of telescopic challenges done. Then I gotta try and get a grayling or brown trout from Belial on there. Which I've should be finally at the point where, yeah, so way overtaken spinning and feeder with telescopic, which spinner and feeder is actually pretty back to back as far as how much time I've spent with them. Pretty interesting. All right, I'm gonna try to bring these a little bit closer to shore because I feel like it might be a little too far out. Gonna nibble on the ultralight there. All right, what do we got? What do we got? Looks like, ooh, it might be another one of those Kessler herring or another one of those whitefish. No, it's a dace. Okay, I'll take it. Whoa, something's running with this line. What? There's no way that wasn't silk hooks it. That thing was running across the river. I feel like I got cheated there. Getting some high bite rate action here now. Little rud. All right, here we go. Back to action. I'm gonna move this one a little bit closer. Go. Part of the trick there is to make sure that they're all in range to where you can pick whichever one up you need without having to move. It seems like the big head carp are an early morning feeder. There's some more brown bait out there. Oh, perfect toss. Nibbles. Pulled up too soon. Terrible. Why they have to have a fly sound in game? We got over there some kind of processing plant or something. Put these a little bit closer to shore again. Which I probably could get a little bite better carp bite rate if I got these closer to the bottom there. I don't know what the depth is. These are probably a little bit set a little bit shallow. And the nibble on the ultralight. That one's been getting a pretty consistent bite rate here. What we got? Looks like another chub. Closer. Seen some other weeklies from Kessler herrings on ultralights, so someone else is fishing out here somewhere. We're at the 44 fish caught because we've got our mighty trophy or record black carp down there still. It's another chub. Very active chub spot. Which I am not a fan of because they are not very valuable. Still no silver carp. But we did get two of the big species I wanted to go after tonight, which was a big head carp and buffalo. Got two buffalo, or was it three? Two buffalo. One's, it's okay. It's a marker at least. We got those two big head carp here. Plus the regional water body telescopic record for eastern breams. So I'd call that a successful first night out here. Another chub on here, I bet. Yep. All right, so I think since the big fish have slowed down, I think we'll go ahead and start heading back towards the shore, see if we can turn any of these for a cafe order. Otherwise, start cashing out. See what we got. Total cost out here for the map, and it was a fairly expensive map here. It was like 35 silver. It on the pricing, yes, some melts there. So the trip out here and that was basically 70 silver. So hopefully we've got more than that. Start with the cafe. Yeah, anything? Nope, nothing. Which Citral is another one I want to find out here because Citral are great to catch on telescopic. That's something I make a note of. And regular fish mark. All right, so let's see. I've got no clues since I haven't caught these fish before. So wild guess, I'm going to say 89 silver, 275 Canadian. Boy, I hope it's 275 Canadian. Find out what we've got here. And 182, that's not bad. Could finish a sort of random assortment. What are our big fish here? We've got the grass carp there, 21 silver. Actually, fairly decent price on that chub. Rudd was pretty good. Okay, so the big head, those are not bad. I'm assuming they're fairly small for that species, so some price there. And so the herring was terrible, but it wasn't even a marker, so I guess I'm not surprised. Not too bad at all. Actually, more than doubles my current money, so that's a plus. All right, so this was a pretty successful first trip out here. Probably do a little bit more off-camera snooping of some spots here. I'm glad that, like I said, I just kind of picked out some spots that are on the list. I haven't looked up any sort of like what's active right now or anything like that, and worked out fairly well. I want to try some more areas around this pond and eventually get down here to some of these lower spots, because I'm guessing this is where I want to find a lot of the whitefish and shamaya, stuff like that. But we'll be here for probably this whole week on stream until the mosquito competition this weekend, and then we'll see where we go from there. Let's get our nightly bait scoop in, see if we get all 3 for good luck. Yeah, 2 out of 3. That's okay luck, at least. With that, we'll go ahead and wrap things up. I hope everybody has a good evening and a good morning for those of you over in Europe, and have a great start to your week. And I will see you all same fish place, same fish time on stream. Take it easy, folks.